All right. We are here. I'm starting a little bit early. I am starting a little bit early. Still Kambunji is on our minds because that was crazy yesterday. That was crazy. But anyway, you are now watching. Well, actually, before I get into it, we had a couple of surprises today, especially in the women's 60-meter hurdle. So we'll get into that very, very soon. You're now watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. I'll give a couple of minutes for everybody to get in and they trickle in because, yeah, I'm starting a little bit early. I'm actually starting due to something that's about to go on in about an hour. I actually have to go live now or else I wouldn't be able to go live. So I understand a lot of people may or may not be on. But if you're up watching this, if you're watching this already, you're probably already online. But I don't like to start before all events are finished and the multi-eventers are still going, especially pole vault. Pole vault usually takes a long time anyway. That could be an entire track meet itself. So I'm going to just start right now. But here we are. Here we are. Let me know if you guys can hear me right now. Let me actually do a mic test on myself. Just to make sure. Just to make sure. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Just to make sure. But here we are. Okay. Yep. Mic test is working. Mic test is working. Okay, good morning, everybody. Here we go. We're going to cover the women's 60-meter hurdles. Let's get the summary up in a new link. We got the men's 60 meters through the heats. The final, the first final of today, which is the women's high jump. I think that just finished. Then we got the 800 and the 1500. And I'll go in reverse order with the 1500 first. Here are our qualifiers around here. Yeah. Tefera, Ethiopia, qualified. Great. Wait a minute. I thought they had some national records. No, they didn't. Pietro of Italy, Nader, Portugal, Kipsang. Kipsang wanted to stay out of trouble after just missing the rounds last year in the Olympics. He just decided, hey, he's going to go out. He went out pretty fast. He was able to just chill out and relax later on. So Kipsang of Kenya made it through. Lemi of Ethiopia finished ahead of Ingebrigtsen. Ingebrigtsen actually decided to take it easy. He looked around. He said, I don't need to do anything. He started out real slow at the end. Once there was a move made in his race, then he decided to pick it up. And then he came around and decided to say, you know what? I'm just going to ease up. I don't need to win. That's a big contrast about how we expect the sprinters to be in the shorter events. It's very interesting because over here it's like, you know what? That makes sense. And then somebody like a Noah Lyles, when he said, hey, I don't want to worry about winning or anything like that, especially he's the guy that just wins everything, including semis, prelims, and everything like that. It's a little bit of a different reaction, even in my head. Hoare from Australia made it through. Thompson, USA. Michael Rosmies of Poland. And Prackle of the USA. Let's go over here. We got the 800, the women's 800. Okay, so here's the biggest thing that came here, which is Keely Hodgkinson. She actually dropped out of the 800, and she's struggling with a hamstring, something maybe I think was an ankle or something like that. Her coach, which is also the announcer, was mentioning some of that, but Hodgkinson warmed up and then she said, not worth it. So she decided especially when it comes to, you know, global titles, outdoor being a bigger name. If it were the Olympics, maybe so. She's also very young. So look, she said, it's not even worth it. But she was the world leader this year. So that opened the door. Why don't they have it in order? That's what I don't like. That opened the door for everybody else. The second fastest woman in the world this year is Aji Wilson, if I'm not mistaken, for the United States. So this one is looking pretty good for her. Natoya Gould. I think this is going to be an exciting one between those two. Gould and Wilson. After Hodgkinson dropped out, Gould likes to come out with a lead, but Wilson has a kick. So I wonder... Wilson knows how to sit behind pace setters too. So this is going to be a disadvantage for Gould. But I would like to see Gould get something. My bias is wanting to kick in. Actually, I just like Aji Wilson in the 800 in general. I like Natoya Gould in the 800. I'm kind of torn when it comes there if I got to take everything out because I don't really always go by nationality at all. But that's kind of how the sport goes. But when it comes down to it, I'm kind of torn between both of them. I think Wilson already has a global title, if I'm not mistaken. I would like to see Gould because she just misses the medals a lot of times. So between those two, that would be great. Elemu of Ethiopia, fastest qualifying time around there, season best, of course. Hailu. She actually held on. It was surprising to me. Ethiopia they don't feature well in the 800, but they have been working on it more recently. Getting down to the women's high jump, this final, here we go. I'm just going to cover the first, second, third. The USA didn't really feature well there, but Yaroslava of Ukraine winded up winning. Congratulations to her. Australia's Eleanor Patterson, an area record. Congratulations to her. And then Nadezhda of Kazakhstan in third. So with the bronze. So that's your gold, silver, bronze. Another area record. Congratulations to those three women on medaling. This was a pretty decent high jump competition to me. Nothing really stood out too much except for the U.S. and Britain not really featuring too well. But aside from that, it wasn't a jaw dropper for high jump. Usually high jump kind of can stand out. But this one was it was there. It wasn't bad. It wasn't too good. It wasn't anything that was to go home about, I don't think. I'm going to go over the 60 meters really quickly. And don't forget to smash that like button if you're coming through here. All right, this is the thing that's happening here in the 60. I think this is very, very exciting coming through here. Very exciting because Bracy looked pretty good in his. I always want to lean toward Coleman when it comes here because he was holding back massively. Jacobs was holding back, but he didn't get out as good of a start, so he actually had to try a little bit harder. He's not the same fast starter as Coleman. So Coleman can get out hard, to get out good, and then pull it back when it gets there. But yeah. Oh, really? Lazinski. Oh. Lad probably would have gone 206. Yeah. I'm kind of going through with these a little bit quicker than I normally would because we don't have a crowd here. Normally, I'm reading comments, AGT. So shout out to you for coming out this morning and leaving some comments in the comment section. Anybody that's catching this on a non-live stream, this is probably going to be one of the shorter ones. Also, I'm on a time frame too. So normally these kind of can get stretched out to about an hour or longer because we have fun in the morning or whenever we have the live streams. But this is earlier than normal for people. I see people drawing in. I think the algorithm got people in. I probably should have given a couple of more minutes because I know how this goes. But I forgot to put the pre-stream live stream so people could press the button and get the bell reminder there. But yeah, I gotta agree with you. He did do well, but let me go here on the 60 as I am finishing here. Now, Bracy, Coleman, and Jacobs. I gotta say those three were standing out. Also, Amanula, remember I mentioned him. He was actually looking to his left the entire time while he was running harder. He really didn't have to put in the same amount of work. He didn't have to put in the same amount of work that you would have thought for him to do. He just kind of took it easy. He's like, all right, I'm just going to space this out. But Amanula, obviously not as quick over this as the others coming in. So we're going to see what happens. I think he's going to struggle a little bit. Even though he's holding back, I think he's going to struggle a little bit in the semis. Jacobs, I don't see any struggle from him coming through. He's got to work on his coming out a little bit better for a start. Coleman, I think he's going to have a cakewalk. Bracy here is going to be a little bit more of the wild card for me. I've been shouting out Marvin Bracy since last season when I started this channel, saying that his times were legitimate, because some people were like, yeah, his times aren't legitimate. He ran on the questionable thing. I'm like, I don't know. Then he did it at the end of the season. So I'm just like, hey, his times are legitimate, guys. He's a great contender. The way it's looking now, I can't really call it, other than I'm going to stick to my guns. Coleman with the win. I want to lean toward Bracy maybe being able to get in for the mix because of how he looked. And he's got a new personal best, by the way. I got a shout out to Estonia and with Carl and Lalu. Those two set national indoor records. And then Botswana, Stephen Abosi, national indoor record. Congratulations to you guys. Abosi actually scraped by to make it through. This was a very generous round to get through there. Nigel Ellis getting it through for Jamaica. Let me make sure I got everybody here. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got to say on that one. Let's go through to this one. This one kind of got me a little bit. Let's go here. Danielle Williams. I'll start here. Danielle Williams. She hit the third hurdle and she got herself knocked out of the rounds. Let me see if I can click her profile if it brings her up on the screen. Yeah, she clipped that third hurdle and it was all but over for her. And that's a little bit disheartening because she came in world lead favorite. I think it would have been hard to bet against her except for her teammate. But yeah, this is what happens when you're doing the hurdles. Hurdles is one of those events. Sometimes it happens in a steeplechase too. It's another version of the hurdles. But hurdles is one of those events where it is so unpredictable because one slip up. In this case, you had 5 chances to mess up, and she chose the third one, and she clipped there, and that's unfortunate to her. I hope she can bring it together for outdoor and don't let that mentally affect her later on. But let's go through to the people that made it through. So Kambunji, Ditaji Kambunji, which is the younger sister of Mujinga, she made it through, so that was pretty good. Noemi, which was in lane 8, that was they're having a superstition. The announcers are having a superstition from lane 8. But hey, it's looking through for the Swedes. Not the Swiss, not the Swedes. I keep messing that up. I'm bringing it through to a different season. They have their lane 8. So there you go. Gabby Cunningham, she made it through. She looked very, very smooth. Samba Mayela, I think she's looking pretty good right now. Let's see what happens in the semis here. Right now, it's very hard for me to call because the favorite is knocked out. The favorite's knocked out. Danielle Williams, she hit the third hurdle. Right now, I gotta say that Cunningham, Samba Mayela of USA and France, they look very good. Those two, I gotta put them ahead of the others. Brittany Anderson, I think she's always a person to look out for but this might not be in her element for indoor. I think outdoor in the 100 hurdles may be something that she could stand out a little bit more in. But we'll see. We'll see. Ebony Morrison, national indoor record for Liberia. Congratulations. National indoor record for Venezuela from Malta. Congratulations as well on that one. Let me see here. I think this is all what we have today. I'm a little bit short today. Thank you guys for coming out. I will be here later this afternoon when we're getting through to the finals for these, especially the men's 60-meter dash. We're going to see that. Who do you guys see getting that title? Right now, I got to just default to Coleman because I don't see anything that is, you know, Bracy is the wild card here. And if it's not Coleman, I will give it to Jacobs. That's what I would say. Wild card is Bracy. While Bracy actually does look really strong. When I say wild card, that doesn't mean that he's an outside chance. I think that if he gets a pretty decent start, I think he's going to be a danger to both of them. He's going to be a danger to both of them. But I'll catch you all later. Don't forget to come out later. You've been watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. Catch you all later. Peace.